Nobody's gonna break my stride. No one's gonna slow me down. No, no, I got to keep on moving. No one is gonna break my stride. Nobody's gonna slow me down. Oh no, I've got to keep on moving. Still continuing on the Prime Minister's, it felt like his inaugural address. But the budget debate that took place yesterday, that was what, March 16, 2023. Prime Minister, the Reverend Dr. I would call him Andrew, St. Nicholas, Rudolph, Michael, Art, well, no, yeah, Holness. But Mr. Holness, you said some, as I said, you came with a grab bag, you know? You came with a grab bag of goodies. Of goodies. It's just that some of the goodies never seem to resonate well with some or quite a number of public sector workers, because whilst I can understand that your colleague had already, went, in depth as it regards the compensation packages, the compensation review, things that are going to come, I was hoping that that exuberance, that out of your 5 hours in totality from 2 to 2:30, and then from 4 to 8:30, that you'd have even spent 20 minutes talking about the compensation package. Because remember, even though you have raised minimum wage, remember that you have public sector workers who have helpers, maids, servants, whatever it is that you call them. And I'm not saying it to belittle anybody. We're just calling it as it is, and they have to know, and they probably, based on the fact that they're getting low salaries, low wages, they're going to find that very difficult. So they're very happy that the increase has been made for the lower end of the spectrum. I hate to say that, but we have to just call it as it is. Workers, they too are not necessarily too far from the lower end. The salaries cannot cover the different things that they have to do in life, because the reality is they have to live to do them. They have to live to do them. As I said, one person, not a public sector worker, business person, and didn't buy any meat kind, didn't buy anything that you would say that would be, heavy in terms of the pockets, and it still cost just $3,000 short of $20,000. 3,000 short of that. And one of the questions, you said you have a vision, and I just want to know how it is that you're really and truly moving your vision to reality for the public sector workers, because they want to have that symbiotic relationship with all of the beautiful things that you're doing. One of your great feats that I actually like, with the whole, what you call it, is it, I just have to call it the PJ Patterson Highway. I don't remember the other name. That leg from Clarendon to Williamsfield, I think, or yeah, somewhere off there. So that leg, you said in August. Trust me, many of us are happy. That is actually good. I'm so big on infrastructure. And let me go to the end to come back. Some parts of the end to come back to where I really am. You said that, your MPs, you'll be working in tandem with them and giving them whatever money so that they can help the based on their communities and the constituencies that they're attached to help with the infrastructure and whatever else it is that they give back to, whether it's school or medical supplies, just are helping households with foods and so on, the basic amenities that are necessary. Please, I would love for you, for the MP to come into my area again and to help the entire area. I mean, we're not from any, the inner city, but I'm saying that, people have their own expenses and we want to lift your area because you have to maintain a place, I'm sure the people who live in Norbrook and Beverly Hills, and I can call all the top places, they still have to maintain the place. By the way, I don't know who is the MP for. I visited, from time to time, people who live in Plantation Heights, the roads. Sir, the roads. I don't know, probably it's not fixed because people say a lot of money, people and so forth, but you can't really police people to do, on the public aspect of the road. It's not really their duty. They can be a good Samaritan and give back, but the roads, no. All right, yes. Let me look at what you said. You are the government of development, but order. I believe in that. That is one of the fundamental things that Paul talked about. Order. I'm not into the indiscipline. So I'm with you on that, sir. So since you're the government of development and order, I just keep asking the question, why aren't salaries and benefits developing, especially for the public sector workers? Why, sir? What is the reason behind it? What is this hindrance that public sector workers over decades can't seem to 7, 11, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, or 20? I cannot fathom that, my dear Prime Minister. I just trying to understand that you said you're the government of development. You know, in a no chaka chaka business. But a chaka chaka salary we are get, sir. A chaka chaka salary. We're getting too much chaka chaka salaries and wages. Predominantly in public sector, notwithstanding, you do have private sector workers who are suffering gravely. Some have reached out to me. It's difficult. They don't get the benefits, especially if they're on contracts. I know that for a fact because I was in private sector. If they're on contract, the benefits are little, very minute. You can barely see. They're minute to none. Public sector, private sector workers. I'm happy that you say there will be, because you see that for months. I think it's more than 3 months that we have not seen rainfall, especially in the Kingston metropolitan area, Kingston and St. Andrew, some parts of St. Andrew. You probably want to say Upper St. Andrew in some sense. So you said you'll be planting over 3,000 trees, especially like Lady Musgrave, East King's House, wherever along those sections, because the place is like a concrete jungle. I never say, my God. So many people probably have money. I know it's probably like returning residents or people from abroad, because I can't the Jamaican people. Because everywhere me go, me see apartments put up. My Lord, we have to be careful of natural resources and we want the rain. Thank God for the rain. I hope it rains today. It's setting up that way. It looks bleak. It looks, but those houses, sir, the 28 million and counting. When I can't give me one still, Lord, start me out. We just want to help, in Acts 2:44 to 45, it says, and they sold their possessions to help each other. Go and read it. Go and read it. There is a thing when you give, it comes back to you. And I'm happy that you helped that beautiful young lady, Chenille, in terms of that land. I don't know, she got tricked somehow in terms of land, I guess, purchase. And you guys rectified the situation. She now has her homeland, whatever it is. She was there. Congratulations to her. But, sir, many of us are in need and many of us are ambitious and would want some sort of a help. So the one example, sorry. Good. I'm happy for them, especially, I know Peanut Dread. Happy for him. He's a trying man for years. That man on him bike, and he used to ride into my church on a Saturday and he knew a particular deacon, and would ask him, and that deacon would always support him, always barring none, all the time. All of the man have the money, find the money and buy 1 or 2 peanuts and shared among the rest of us. So it be like that deacon who was really kind in his own way. Never had the money, but I said to myself, if he was a multi-millionaire, probably would have got on to thousandaire because he gave so much. You said you can't change or revolutionize a society without managers, sir. Oh my God, if I wasn't holding up this phone, I would clap you. I just clap non-stop. That is so true. One of the fundamental things about us as humans is that when God created us, he created us to be managers of the earth, to dominate the earth, to control and take over. Not control in a witchcraft sense we're talking about, but to manage it, make it flourish, make it prosper. Prosper above all things. I want you to what? Prosper meaning financially, physically, mentally, in terms of the soul, and psychologically, emotionally. Without managers, are the right persons rather the right people in the right, or is it a misfit? So do you have the right managers in the organization, sir, that probably are under your portfolio, under your auspices? You're so right. So we can talk from here until Timbuktu. Do you have the right managers? Because I'm going to be real with you, sir. I am tired of hearing about nepotism. I'm tired about this auntie and an uncle and a brother and a sister, dead relative, living relative, not semi-living, semi-dead. I don't even know what to say. Or are you choosing the right individual, whether it's a friend or a foe? You need to read John C. Maxwell's books on leadership. The right fit will make your organization soar. Follow me on TikTok, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'm going to do another part because it's a book I wrote.